Okay, how's everybody doing? So let's get right into it here. This is the Osmo Pocket 4. And is it a good camera for, the model railroader if you want to film your layout? Well, I'll let you be the judge. I use mostly DSLRs, and I think it's a good tool, like an additional tool to get into tight spaces, as I just showed, because I can't get my DSLRs in there. But I'm pretty sure if I spend the time, I'll be able to get this Osmo down there. But I just want to show you, this is 1080p at 60 frames. And it's just the default settings. And this is quite an impressive camera. Like, it's very, smooth. And the potential for 4K video is pretty good too. It has a 4K setting at 30 frames. Which I haven't used yet, but I probably will play around with that down the road. But I just wanted to give you a quick overview of River Road with the little Osmos 4, just to give you, an idea about how it looks. Okay, so you can see how it picks up the natural light quite well in auto. And the autofocus is really good. You can see there. Like, I'm going to back up here and I'm going to show you the zoom. So there's a crop zoom at 2x like this. So there's no digital with this zoom. It's a crop of the sensor. It's kind of brilliant the way they did that. So you don't lose any of the sharpness or the nice focusing. I'll move in on this locomotive here and then I'll show you. Here's the digital zoom. If you hold one of the buttons down and it goes in slow like that. And actually, I'd have to say that's pretty good, isn't it? That's the default view. And then, of course, here's the 2x. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Okay, so this is like quick shooting too. Like when you turn the screen, it turns it on and it's ready to go. So, and I find that the autofocus is really good. Like when you can get in fairly close. You don't want a macro when you shoot a model railroad. Macro lenses are the wrong lens to use. I'll just tell you that right now for miniatures. Why? Because this is how you view a miniature, like live. Like you don't zoom in and then pixelate the thing to get in close. Like nobody looks at a model that way. Let's go over here to the backhoe there. There's F&M Models Kenworth, and then that's a Scene Master super detailed backhoe. I kit bashed that quite a bit. There's an interesting video on that, and I scratch built that low boy. But you can see how good this camera is. Like, let's zoom in again, like right here, and see what the digital zoom is like. See that? I mean, that's pretty good. I'm standing like almost, well, I'd say 16 inches away. It's quite impressive, this little camera. Like the features on this is very rich. I haven't even scratched the surface yet. Let's get in on the foliage and see what it looks like. No additional lighting here, by the way. It's just the overhead lighting. You can see the color is good. It has different cinematic modes and different filters built in that you can adjust. Like, that's really good. Is it as good as my digital DSLRs with prime lenses? No, but in some situations it does look as good. I can do more though with my DSLRs on manual with prime lenses and so on. But like, look at that. Like, that is really good, sharp detail. And as you move in, it focuses really well. Once again, 1080p at 60 frames. So this is the Osmo Pocket 4. And I was wondering, I wanted to get one like one of the 3s, but I thought I'd wait because there are some advantages to the Pocket 4. I don't know what they are offhand, but if you Google them via Reddit or something like that, you would see that it has onboard memory and some other high quality video recording features, of course 4K at 30 frames. So let's move in down under the underpass and have a look and see how this camera handles that. Like autofocus when there's a pillar there coming up into view. See how that focused like that? You didn't even notice it. See there? That's pretty darn good. I'm really, okay, let's look back there and see what happens. Wow. Yeah, it's a nice little camera. There's IPEX Plastics underway. Got a sneak peek there, which I'll be doing some feature videos on that as I build that up this late summer, early fall possibly. So I skipped that because I wanted to move to section 3 here and do Milner Farm. So let's just close with this pass here and see what this looks like. Let's zoom in on. That's very impressive. This is a nice little camera. I mean, so the price of this Canadian was it's around 600. Is it worth it? It's, you know what? You just turn it on and go. Like within 2 seconds, you're up and running. So if you're into quick, it's probably really good for getting the quick shots when you're rail fanning too. Like it would be quite a challenge and has proven to be a challenge for me to get my DSLRs on the gimbal ready when I'm rail fanning when a locomotive comes. Like I gotta, but I have the road sound, like it's superior this camera to this camera in terms of what you can do as a pro with prime lenses and so on. That's a Nikon D750, but I do a lot of my photography with my older Nikon D5500, my B camera. So this is my A camera, and then this one I'm holding here will be my C camera, my Osmo Pocket Camera 4. So there you go. Okay. Cheers. Happy modeling. Happy photography too, because it's a hobby in itself when you're into this type of hobby as well. Okay. Cheers.